Second match on the agenda over in the Gold Cup as guest nation Saudi Arabia take on one of the favourites, Mexico. That's right, for a spot in the semi-finals. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the Gold Cup. That's right, quarterfinals with Mexico taking on guest nation Saudi Arabia for a spot in the semis. That's right, who's going to get closer to glory? Who's going to go home? We're going to take a little look in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe, you want subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Gold Cup, World Football. We're going to all hear under one Ruski. Can Saudi Arabia, as guest nation, oust one of the heavyweights? Well, that's the big question I'm going to try to answer for you right here, right now. We'll get to that in a minute. Big shout out to the members, the Patreons. You know who you are. And if you want to help out the channel, check out the links down below. We're going to jump in the deep end right now, take a look at the match. It is Mexico. It's Saudi Arabia. It's coming at you this coming weekend. I'm going to start with a look at Mexico, who are the CONCACAF Nations League A quarterfinal winners. That secured their spot in this year's competition back in the 19th of November 2024. They've been here 18 times in the current rendition, 26 times in the old school. They were also back here in 2023, the last time they had this competition. They are multiple winners, serial winners, winning it in 93, 96, 98, 03, 09, 11, 2015, 2019, and most recently, they are the defending champions back in 2023. They also won it 3 times in the old school rendition back in 65, 71, and 77. They ranked 17th in the world according to FIFA, and I do expect them to win the whole bloody thing. Or do I? Well, standing in the way are going to be a tricky wicket. That's Saudi Arabia, but the likes of Ochoa between the 6, Malagon as well, Chavez at the back, Vasquez, Montes, Sanchez. Moving forward, we've got the likes of Edison Alvarez, Alex Vega, Roberto Avaraldo, and up top, the Jimenez and Jimenez duo can be clinical moving forward into the latter stages. But this is the lineup. We could see a 4-3-3, the likes of Malagon at the back, Chavez, Vasquez, Montes, Sanchez, with Chavez, Alvarez, Ruiz, Vega, Jimenez, and Avaraldo up top. So far, the Mexicans, though, have had this resume so far. Top bins over in Group A, ousting the likes of Costa Rica on goal difference. They opened up their account with a 3-2 win. Nervy win over Dominican Republic. They bounced back with a 2-0 win over Suriname, and then they ended it all square against Costa Rica to keep everything as you were heading into this quarterfinal against Saudi Arabia. That's right. And how did they get here? Well, of course, they were invited to take part. Of course, they were going to be hosting the next World Cup after this one coming at you. 19th of December 2024, they secured their spot. So they are debutants. So they're ranked 58th in the world according to FIFA. I expected them to get the semi-finals, but they're right now in a bit of a tricky bind here because they are standing in the way of my favourites, Mexico. Coming at you right here right now, Al Ahadi between the 6, potentially Alcazar also compete for the jersey. Abdullah Halim, Kadesh, Bouachal, Marashai all compete to get into the starting lineup for the Saudis. Meanwhile, moving forward, Al Hamadi, Yahya, Al Saeed moving forward, Mukhtar Ali as well. Keep an eye on Marwan Al Shafi. He could be wearing a Blackburn Rovers shirt within the next month or so. Meanwhile, Al Budia Qatarian and Al Hamani up top. This is the lineup. We could see the likes of Al Awakdi at the back there, Al Mohammed, Maldu, Al Amiri, Marai Shashi, Al Jahani, Sheikh, Ahmed, Abarakan, Al-Shiri, and Oblud as well. So these are the line. Everyone knows these guys. Coming at you right now, Saudi Arabia have had a decent record so far. They beat Haiti 1-0. They did lose to the United States, and they drew with Trinidad and Tobago to put themselves in second spot in Group D behind heavyweights US of A. Now, this match will take place at the State Farm Stadium with Mexico and Javier Aguirre coming at you right here right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They're on a good bit of form at the moment. Up against Saudi Arabia under Hervé Renard, just 1 win the last 4. It's a bit of a bumpy patch for them at the moment. And they have played Mexico just the once since 2022, losing back in November 2022. It was in the World Cup. Mexico coming out top. Will that still be ringing in the ears of the Saudi Arabian fans? Now, coming at you right here, right now, the bookies 25-12 on for your Mexico, 6-1 is your Saudi Arabia, 16-5 is the draw. The public vote going overwhelmingly so with Mexico, 80% going there, 20% going with the Saudi Arabians. But what about me? Now, I would love to have seen Saudi Arabia go further in this competition, and unfortunately, they've landed on a wrong side of the draw, to be fair. If they were to take on, who finished in this group? Costa Rica. That's also a tricky one, that one. So it was always going to be tough for them to navigate past the quarterfinals and get to the semis. Don't get me wrong, this is a tricky game. It is a tricky game. We do not really know what we're going to expect from Saudi Arabia. And if Mexico come here and play like they should play, they should win this one quite comfortably comfortably. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 narrow win for Mexico. Again, it might be a little bit touchy, a little bit nervy. We might even see the Saudi Arabians take the lead. But ultimately, I think the Mexicans should have too much in the tank. And they will want to regain control of the CONCACAF Federation once again and provide a big era of dominance. So I'm expecting them to win this one. And of course, get a little bit closer to that final and maybe even that trophy once again. Let me know your thoughts and opinions as we look forward to Mexico taking on Saudi Arabia in the Gold Cup. Until then, subscribe, smash the like. We'll see you soon. I'm done.